Alright, here we're here. Next episode of Transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, we react to a bunch of screen caps on YouTube and DeviantArt. Their responsive comments. I'm in against these deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning. If you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead, click off videos and go watch something else. Do not lie and say it's hate speech my videos, because there is no hate speech my videos. It's speech you hate. That's a different story. Continue on. If people get things wrong in the comment sections, well, I continue. Let me try to about, and I'm going to get with Bible versus the basic biology. I'm going to talk about that. Also, my brother and mother are sleeping right now, and I am still recovering from these sniffles and sore throat and congestion, all this other stuff. So I want to use a microphone that is closer to my face and stuff. That doesn't pick up as much sound because you're hearing my brother snoring. You'll hear all kinds of different sounds. Sometimes people, especially when it gets warmer out around here, they like to hang out and just talk about whatever. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. So yeah, this definitely will be a very interesting thing. I will continue to, of course, upgrade my stuff, but this will do for now. Definitely will do for now. Because you can hear it, you can understand it, and it will only pick up stuff that's close to it. The microphone will only pick up stuff that's close to it. So yeah, let's continue on here. Let's go here. I said the birthday hate mail part 1. I say, as a man in his 40s, I totally agree with you. When your birthday comes, it's fun, but it's not really a milestone. Emoji. But at least it's a birthday cake emoji. I got a like for that. And someone says, sakes, as we get older, as we get older, it can become less of a huge, crazy, amazing event, but it's still cool to enjoy and appreciate the little things. Star emoji. But every birthday is still worth celebrating. I think it's like a party horn blowing out confetti emoji. So the person under the age of 17. When I read a book last week, the entire United States military pulled up outside my house and demanded that I walk out with my hands above my head. I'm thinking that has something to do with something else. The video, I don't know what's going on with that one, but it's very silly. Okay, you have Brainiac freezing the Suicide Squad, which could have been an amazing moment. To say that none of that stuff that happened was real. I would have had no problem with him being like, I just brainwashed you. From the moment Batman beat the heck out of you guys in 5 seconds, you've been brainwashed. That's where my comic, when I finally start posting my comic of Suicide Squad, how it should have ended and stuff like that. That's basically what it's going to be. It was all brainwashing from the moment Batman beat the heck out of them and transported away with Flash. They all got transported to the Brainiac ship and were brainwashed. The rest of the times they would find the weakness of a Justice League member and kill him with ease. That was all brainwashing. Then they get this moment where Brainiac freezes them in place, takes them over to some place, and threatens. He was about to transform them, and then they get saved. By Lex Luthor, and then they go back and fight him and kill him. And it's like, oh, there's more Brainiacs though. 12 more Brainiacs for a live service game. That's gonna be brainwashing too, because then it's like, we can actually have more, and I can have as many as I want. Continue having you in this thing, continue to brainwash you, continue to transform your bodies into whatever I want them transformed into. So forth and so on. There you go. That's actually what I'm going to say is going on here. It's a better ending than what actually happened, where it was clones, but Wonder Woman's still dead. It's just really sad. Can we get a good Wonder Woman game? One good game with Wonder Woman in it. From WB. Can we do that? Can we have that, please? That'd be awesome. Let's go. Breath of Fire 3 ending. We have Ray, the Tiger Man, Ryu, the Dragon Dude with blue hair, Nina, the fairy girl from India, and Momo, the rabbit girl, rabbit scientist woman, all hanging out, observing endless desert, on the cliff, hanging out, watching and checking out the endless desert, that they just came to in the old country. They came to try to fight against Mira and figure out what's going on with all this crazy stuff. Why their world is the way it was. All the machinery was super old and yet super old and whatnot. And all these people were destroyed or stuff like that. It was crazy stuff. It was an amazing game. I really miss games like it. Because it was like $60, I'm sure. $60. $50, $60, and you got something that lasted for weeks, months. It was a wonderful thing. It was beautiful. Now, Breath of Fire 3 can run on just about anything. I think my brother played it on his phone once. It's awesome. It's awesome stuff. It is a beautiful game. I really miss when Capcom was doing stuff like that. I really miss when games were like this. Single player offline JRPGs and just go on for so long. They have great animation, great art, great stories, great characters, just so much good stuff. And it's just like, yeah. Nowadays, it's just like, oh no, let's be as cheap as possible, try to get as much money from you as possible. And they're like, no. Thankfully, there's still great artists out there try to do stuff. A little hard to find, and definitely the names are not necessarily recognizable. But you can't go by names anymore nowadays. You used to be able to go by names. I gotta actually talk about that. You used to be able to go by names of games, of characters, of companies. But you can't do it no more because all the corruption involved. The DEI, woke DEI, live service, loot box, microtransaction, corporate bullcrap. All this cheapness, all this stuff that you're trying to charge more for, and it's failing miserably and causes all kinds of problems for everybody. You gotta stop that stuff. Get back to actually putting substance in games. So hopefully they will. Because Breath of Fire 5 was not very good. Breath of Fire 6, it's a literal mobile game. And I'm just like, they can do better than that. Let's continue on here. Breath of Fire 3, lots of Breath of Fire 3 stuff. Yeah, okay. Basically, I enjoyed Breath of Fire 3 a lot because there was a part when you were basically playing as Ryu and Nina as children, and then running away from Balio and Thunder, the UFC horsemen. UFC MMA horsemen who were trying to kill them, who would capture them and take them. Well, I don't know what kill, but capture them and hold them for ransom and stuff. And you basically run away from them and their goons, and you run into this awesome, beautiful lady named Momo, who is this awesome, this very smart professor lady in her her castle, and she and her robot honey are hanging out, and she basically. You can work with her. She kind of becomes like a mother to the group for a little bit, just mother the group for a little bit, And basically you got to use all their skills. Nina, against Ryu, the best attacker, of course. He has a sword, so you can cut things. Nina has the ability to use her magic wand to charge up crystals so the machinery in the castle can work. Momo has the ability to shoot at weak walls and stuff like that. It's really cool stuff. You use all these skills to try to get through this castle, to get away from these losers and all kinds of stuff. It's crazy stuff. I wouldn't mind making a comic where it's just like you see them hanging out together, and Ryu and Nina are kind of getting restless, and then people are like, hey, control your kids, please. On the road, like, guys, just giving the role of mother for a little bit, just like, it's crazy stuff. Fun to see that. I guess now we have them in attack mode. And I enjoyed the attack. It was turn-based combat. Some people did not like the turn-based combat with Fire 3, but I do, because it's an awesome system where you basically can examine to learn new skills. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Other times you can, you basically can attack and defend, use your magic, use your items and stuff like that. It's just like you get your turns and you fight against different enemies and stuff like that. It was a really cool looking game. Really fun looking game. And again, everything was in the game at launch. I'm pretty sure it was. And you just play the game. It was like, oh yeah, let's do this thing. No, you run out of AP or attack power, magic power. You use item that is, or you buy with in-game currency at a store, or you find, or you find in levels, or you go to sleep and you restore your AP, your HP and your AP, That's how it used to be, and that's how it should be in all games, RPG style games. You attack and you defend, you get your stuff together. That's how it's supposed to be. They try to do it in every game now, but with real money and as cheaply as possible, and it's really gonna happen. You gotta stick with RPGs. RPGs are good for RPGs, not other things. It's a sad thing to try and mess around like that. Let's go. Alright, okay. Cardassian headgear hate mail. Part 1. I said, I'm glad I got rid of the headgear on the Cardassians. I got 368 likes for that, and a heart from somebody, from the probably poster of this. Someone says, this guy just has cardasima. I like that one. And someone says, I thought the same thing. Golma said is Golden God's long lost cousin. Play with the same guy. Play with the same guy. It was awesome. And then someone